So the fifth installment of Bernardo's training, or the high school weight room. The first one was coaching. The second one was culture. The third one was speed training. The fourth one was basically training for maximal and explosive strength and using science to back your training. The fifth one, the last one now, I did this last because I feel like it's probably the least important. It's important, but it's probably the least important, and that's specialized equipment. So if you notice, I said specialized, not fancy. A lot of weight rooms and athletic directors and a lot of gym owners, they think they need to get the fanciest, newest, shiniest stuff, and that's how they're going to develop, build a business. That's not what athletes need. Athletes need things that are going to directly target their weaknesses. So if you notice, I'm going to show you kind of some of our equipment, but like a lot of it is older. I bought a lot of it used, but it's here for one purpose, and that's to build the weaknesses of our athletes. It's true you could get fit anywhere with limited equipment, but you can't develop athleticism and train for performance without some specialized type of equipment. Doesn't have to be the fanciest or the most expensive, again, but you got to have the right things to build the weaknesses of your athletes. And the biggest weakness of most of the athletes is the back, the posterior chain. So I'm just going to actually take you around a little bit and show you some of the things. I'll try to attach a couple of videos to the end of this video of some of the guys doing these different things, but let me just grab the camera and I'll show you some stuff. Now, most high school weight rooms are going to be, they're going to have some squat racks like we have over here, and barbells and whatnot, but that's pretty much the extent of it. And they're going to have a bunch of chest press and leg press machines. It's true, as an athlete, you want to do your main type of training in closed chain environment, meaning feet on the ground. And they'll have straight bars, but they won't have specialty bars. So if you notice, like the different barbells we have these different barbells for a purpose. Like the safety squat bar right here is not only to change up and give, different bars give different variation, and you get to overcome accommodation, and that's huge. But it's important to have a safety squat bar. What if a guy has a shoulder injury, can't get his hands back there to squat, or a baseball player, or someone has limited range of motion? That's going to help people. That's going to help guys keep training through periods when they wouldn't normally be able to train. Same with the Swiss bar, the neutral handled bar, the trap bar, all the different bars you have. If you notice, our bench press has a fat pad, right? It supports the shoulders better. People don't tear pecs and biceps when they use these fat pads. The bands and the chains. So if you're going to develop explosive strength, it's going to be really hard to develop explosive strength without bands and chains for accommodating resistance. And that could be a whole nother video unto itself. Obviously dumbbells and stuff are standard, but our deadlift platforms have band pegs, and our squat rack has a band peg. So we could attach the bands to the bar, which forces you to accelerate the bar through the range of motion. And then it gets lighter at the bottom and heavier at the top, which allows you to accelerate the bar more quickly and develop more explosive strength and power. Just a simple back extension. Most fitness centers, commercial gyms are going to have a back extension, but most high school weight rooms honestly don't. And when an athlete comes in here and their lower backs are so weak, it's unbelievable how weak the lower backs are. How you can develop, you can't put a barbell in their hands to develop a lower back. You need to have special means to develop the lower back. So a back extension, 45 degree, a horizontal back extension, and a glute ham. Some high school weight rooms will have some of them, but again, it goes back to number one, and they don't know how to use it correctly. Again, over here we got a reverse hyper extension machine. So this, you swing up. This is developing the glutes, the hamstrings, and the back, and helps the athlete be able to create tension in their full body. So you're developing a posterior chain, and at the same time you're tractioning the lower back out, which is huge because we do a lot of lower back work. We're going to be lifting heavy barbells, and it tractions them out and helps them just to feel better overall. Again, row machines for the back. So a lot of gyms are going to have a row machine, but a lot of high school weight rooms aren't going to have a row machine like that one too, right there. the belt squat. Now this is a machine, or it's also called now an athletic training platform. Again, this is another piece of equipment that is very rare. I don't know anybody around here who has it. Most gyms don't. They might have a belt squat, but they're not going to have a big platform like this to do all different types of stuff. So not only could we march in here, we could, anything we do outside of it, you could do inside of it. And all it's going to do is put the traction on your hips, pull your hips down, so you're getting resistance, helping develop the glutes, the back. You could also attach bands to this to jump in it. You could do deadlifts, squats, marching, all different types of stuff. So this could be used to develop maximal strength, explosive strength, endurance, conditioning. We could do anything in here. And it helps the work technique too. So we could put younger kids that are a little bit weaker in here and develop squat technique, so when they get to the barbell, they are ready for it. A vertec to test a vertical jump. All different types of implement, all these sleds, wheelbarrow. You're not going to find this at most places. Some places now will have sleds, but I'm still amazed how many high school weight rooms don't have sleds to drag. Like, that's where you begin. That's where training starts, with pushing and pulling sleds. The wheelbarrow. Not many people have that wheelbarrow either. So obviously high school weight rooms aren't going to have homemade kegs and sandbags and stuff like that just because of the liability, but we have it, all the way up to 250 pounds. Again, we do carries, great for the posterior chain. You could press them. Same with sandbags. We could throw them around, we could clean them, we could squat them, press them. Just the uneven nature of it helps develop athleticism, and it helps train outside the groove a little bit instead of always using a straight bar. Same with the stones, the farmer's handles, more sleds. So again, hurdles for hurdle jumps. Up on the wall there, we have automatic timer hanging. So just all this type of stuff. You don't need to have a lot of it, but you need to have the stuff to be able to change variations and to be able to effectively train an athlete for
All right, so
performance.
some video
Again,
clips
you can get
of
fit
our
anywhere, but you need
guys
specialized
and girls
equipment
doing,
to really build an athlete.
utilizing some of this equipment. I don't know what we do without bands.
There you
Really,
go.
bands are imperative to train athletes with. Most of this stuff you're going to see bands involved. So this is the athletic training platform doing RDLs. And you notice those RDLs, they had bands on it. There's no bands on this, but we're just cleaning up his squat.
Back,
it's going to
knees
help him
out.
sit back,
Good.
get his
There you
knees
go.
open without having a bar on his back. The bar on the back makes it much more difficult to get your hips to work properly. So this is a special grip. It's like pulling a leg in for wrestlers. This is the reverse hyper in action here. This is how you build the back and the glutes and the hamstrings. Again, here's the athletic training platform again. Doing RDLs, building up the back. The belt is pulling down the hip, so it really forces glute work. That's a yoke. You're not going to see that many places, so you can do all sorts of carries with that type of thing. There's speed deadlifts with the band tension. See how it forces them to accelerate to the top of the lift, and same with this. This is a Zercher squat variation with band tension.
Good. Come on. Good. Come on. Let's go, Jarrett.
So it really forces you. You can't do it slowly. If you do it slow, you get yanked back down. Back extension,
hips back.
45-degree back extension. It's so simple, you can't screw it up. It's great for beginners, and it just keeps, it's good to keep, easy way to keep guys back healthy. That was band benches. You just saw this now is the wheelbarrow. Again, she has an injured knee, but it's something that she can still do to stay in shape and stay strong. Working belt squats, speed belt squats, so you can really explosively come up through the hips here with this.
Wide. Good. Back. Open your knees. Up.
This is a special bar I had made
Pop
for
up.
the
Come
gym.
on. Up.
Actually custom made.
Come on.
So we can get some pressing
out.
on
Come
a
on.
nice comfortable angle. Neutral, overhand, angled, whatever we want to use, what type of grip we want to use. Some jumps in the belt squat. So this is really a high forced development jump.
Get up.
Mornings,
Good.
the athletic
Good.
platform.
Come on. Good.
This stuff is really difficult. It blows our guys up. Marching. He's marching in there with band tension, weights, and then this is our automatic timer. So he's going to run a 10 here, or 20 with the automatic timer. Boom. It allows us to get really accurate times to train from.